Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Rabbit, back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over all the settings I use on a daily basis in Rogue Company. And if you found this video helpful in any way, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you enjoy Rogue Company content, consider subscribing. We're on the road to 200 subs. As I'm recording this, I'm 20 subs away. So, with all that being said, let's get straight into the video. Roll the intro.
We gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? But got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to start with display. I'm not, as usual, I usually go over every single thing. I'm just going to tell you the things you need, like turned off, turned on, all that. VSync, motion blur, and ADS blur should always be off. Have your safe frame rate to 100%. I play on 60 brightness, and I have the Tritanope colorblind mode on. It just gives it like a brighter blue effect, so that's why I have it on Tritanope. For my quality settings, it's my quality settings. I have it like this. I usually just go boom, 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 boom when I get on, since it always stays on low. This gives my characters and like everything a little bit more, what's called, texture, but it doesn't hurt my performance. These three are the ones that hurt your performance, so you should always have these on low. Unless you have a good computer, you can keep them on medium if you want and have these up to high. But that's personal preference and depending on how your computer is. Okay, for audio settings, I keep my master volume on 75 just because the audio in this game is pretty loud. I have music volume on 0 because the music in this game is copyrighted and I get my video demonetized on YouTube. These are all 15% because it just like the cue, like to start the game stuff, and I still want to hear that stuff just in case I'm tabbed out. Sound effects I have at 80% because I always have this 5% higher than my master volume. And voice chats depending on how loud my teammates' in-game mics are. I usually just keep this around 80. Voice chat's always on. I always have push to talk on because I'm keyboard. I'll have this off if I'm playing on controller. This one's new since the last video I made with settings. I keep 3D headphones on now. The audio sounds so much clearer in 3D headphones. But I would only recommend using this if you have like a stereo type headset. I used the Astro A40s and with my mix amp, and it sounds pretty good. You can hear people what direction they are way better with these 3D headphones on. So you can always try it. At first I didn't like it, but I got used to it and it sounds perfect. Okay, with my controls. Okay, so I've hold the crouch off, so I just toggle the crouch button with my C button. I have hold the sprint on, so I just hold shift. Auto sprint, I have this off. I do have this on sometimes when I'm playing on controllers, but usually I just push in my left stick to run. Auto shoulder swap, I have off because I don't see any use in this. Okay, so for my mouse sensitivity, I use a 2.9 sensitivity. I use a 43 targeting sensitivity and a 36 scope sensitivity. And I'm using 1000 DPI. I'm going to show it on the screen right now. Okay, for my controller settings, I forgot to plug my controller in. Hold on. Okay, so now that my controller's plugged in. So for my horizontal, I play on a 5. I use a 4 vertical. And for my ADS sensitivity, I have them both on 42. I use a 0.1 dead zone for both. Because I don't have like a drift or nothing in my controller. And 0.1 is just perfect for both sticks for me. For acceleration boosts, I have it turned off. I've learned that it hurts me more than it helps me, so I just have that turned off. And for sensitivity for my sniper, I have it on 42. I don't really snipe, but I have it the same as this for some reason. It should be a lower. It'll probably be around like a 36 or something if I sniped, or a 38. But I don't ever snipe when I'm on controller. If I'm just going to snipe, I'll just switch to keyboard and mouse real fast and just snipe. Oh yeah, I have ADS mode on hold. That doesn't really matter. Y-axis I have turned off because people are psychos if they play on that. Vibration I have turned off. I'm like, doesn't really matter. I used to play with vibration on, but I just have it off on this game because there's no sense of having it on. I have press, reload, and hold to interact. I'm also using a Fusion A, what's called controller of paddles, if you wanted to know what controller I'm using. And for Geoscope, I have no idea what this means. I'm pretty sure this is for Switch, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, for bindings. Okay, for keyboard and mouse bindings, I'm going to go over that first. Okay, for my keyboard and mouse bindings, the only thing I've changed is I switched my quip and ping. They used to be backwards, so I made ping X instead of middle mouse button. And for my dodge roll, it used to be control, and I made it mouse 4. And for my gadget, it used to be G, and now I have it at mouse 5 because I don't use that button for nothing, and I just made it as my nade. Because it's way easier to stick people's sticky nades and like use bounce nades. Okay, and for my controller, the only thing I have switched is I made my right paddle my dodge roll button. It says it's what's called right on the pad. That's because the Fusion A, you have to program paddles differently than normal paddles, and these two are switched. I just switched these two because it was easier. I could just push down what's called, I can use left bumper or right bumper since that's where my fingers sit on to what's called use my ability. But that's all for my bindings. For gameplay, I have quick cast and auto pickup on. My language is English. Hold time and double press time, I have this one all the way down. I have this at a 0.2. My quips and comms are both on. I have my number damage things on. I have my FPS off because there's no sense in there staring at it. If I'm dropping frames on a map, I don't want to concentrate on that. I would just rather concentrate on the map. I use a white crosshair because, I don't know, I just like using the white one. That's what I played this game on for a long time. All the other ones, what's called, bother me. I tried playing on red, it was okay, but it just mixes in with damaging enemies. Green, it's hard for me to see because green's is like partially like hard for me to see. I'm like blind. Okay, my crosshair, I change this all the time. It's usually a 5, and I change this between like a 3 or like 1 and stuff. And I have my shotgun reticle on large because I just have it on large. Why not? I play NA East, and I have Do Not Disturb off. Let's go. Well, that's all my settings that I use for Rogue Company. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button on it. It would really help me out, and I would really appreciate it. And if you like Rogue Company content, consider hitting the sub button. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm 20 subs away from 200, and I'll be happy if you want to help me get to 200. I'm trying to get there before the end of August. But it's been Rabbit, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
We gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night. Whoa, everything I touch turn cold. Need no introduction cause they know Brit and Mo. I hit the lotto, my motto. Roll up gelato and throttle a couple models staccato who fucking brought up the bottles. I'm gone ham. This ain't even luck, all planned. Y'all know who the fucks I am. Burning bucks, smoke bands. Always been the MO since the start of this, and now I'm on a mission like I'm Artemis. Hey.